Dallas Mavericks.
You have to do something.
They have to do something. Do you want to hear the list of players that they have been linked to?
Is it going to put me on our watch people die inside?
So it is Bojan Bogdanovic, John Collins, Fred VanVleet, and Nerlens Noel.
I think that's a pipe dream. All of them except the last one.
So I read somewhere, and I can't find it right now, and now I'm not sure if I just imagined it, that Detroit said Bogdanovic was untouchable this season.
Really? I thought they said that he could be had for like a first, maybe a first plus.
I could be imagining it, but Collins, unless Atlanta's selling low, I'm not sure the Mavericks have the assets to get John Collins. Van Vliet is interesting.
Again, it went back to our original discussion of, if you're going to trade OG, are you going to? They would have to commit to blowing it up.
You're committing to blowing it up if you trade. I think if you trade one of them, you're almost committing to blowing it up. You're just pretending you're not at first.
Yeah. So then the question becomes: here the Dallas Mavericks are probably the most interesting team on the trade deadline because they are the essential social experiment where the market has been fudged up and the values are very high, but they have to make a move. So do they make a move and buy when the values are this high, or do they stand pat and watch their, fan base and superstar die a little bit on the inside every night?
So if I am the Mavericks, I'm going to make a small move. I'm not going to swing for the fences right now. I'm going to do something to kind of show that we are trying. And then once we get into the off season and more teams are committed to either refreshing, restarting, maybe you pick someone up off free agency, that's when you go for that, knock it out of the park. I think that the market this year is light and you don't have the assets right now. I mean, this isn't 2K where they can just keep signing people in free agency and trading them for first to build their war chest.
Right.
And I don't think they have the assets to make a meaningful trade.
Right. So I guess then the question is, then where are you? Do you think that the future of Luka is kind of just stuck until he's not?
I think that the Mavs will be more aggressive this offseason than we've probably seen any team be in recent years. And
As far as trades, as far as contracts, free agents, both.
Well, everything.
Okay.
I think they have a much bigger shot of swinging for the fences during the off season because a lot of these teams will be they'll be more understanding of where they're at in terms of whether they're buying or selling players. And I think the value will kind of normalize because, again, like we've said a million times, the market's a little weird right now.
Wasn't a little weird.
So yeah, I would love for them to trade like Dorian Finney-Smith and get a running mate for Luka. I just don't know if Dorian Finney-Smith gets the job done.
So
I don't know. I don't think you get with the assets the Mavericks have. I don't think you get a player better than Dorian Finney-Smith. Is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
no, 100%. And the thought that I've kind of pondered with is, okay, you're not going to get a star, so then what would be that small move? I think the best small move would be to get like a playmaker slash shot creator to kind of see if you can fill that Jalen Brunson role so that Luka doesn't have to watch his team disintegrate leads while he's sitting on the bench. I think that. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of a player that would fit that mold.
Karis
Um,
LeVert. We've talked about Terry Rozier.
there is a. I don't know if it would necessarily be a great idea, but it would be kind of fun. So we're in agreement because we've talked about it before a lot that after this season or during this season, the core that is the Golden State Warriors big three is done, right?
Yeah.
So what about Clay to the Mavs? Not necessarily a playmaker, but he's lost a step, but he's still a great wing defender.
I love it.
I don't know if I love it just because of why would you want to get a player who's going to be giving you diminishing returns?
Mostly just to show that you're making an effort.
What would the price be for Clay? Are you talking about signing Clay or trading for Clay?
Uh, Either because he is a free agent at the end of the season. So this season, it's obviously a rental.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the Warriors would want in return. I haven't really. They need a big, so maybe part of a 3 team. You include Charlotte somehow, send Mason Plumlee to the Warriors. I don't know.
And then see where you are.
Yeah.
And then, man,
And they could, if they want Christian Wood.
Uh, I don't know. I think Wood has more value to the Mavs than he does to any other team right now. But I don't know. The Mavs are difficult because we want something to happen, but it's impossible to see anything.
playing chicken basically.
Yeah. Okay. Is this the season